Welcome back to the Vanguard Invitational, sponsored by Rubbish Snooker, for the final group stage game. We are here seeing Aalice face off Daddy's Clackers. Joined today by Simran as well. Simran, welcome.
Hello.
As we can see from our chart and the group stages, Daddy's Clackers are safe and Aalice are currently at the bottom.
Yeah, so regardless of the outcome of this game, Daddy's Clackers will be staying in the position that they're in, as they cannot go any higher. But Aalice is fighting to stay in the tournament.
Yeah, Aalice are in a difficult spot here. Haven't picked up many wins. Very close loss in their last game there, losing 3-2 to Red Hot Chili Potters. But Daddy's Clackers also lost their last game as well. So let's look at the game conditions then. And it all comes down to this. If Aalice win this game, they advance to the knockouts to face Line 8 in the 4th versus 5th place playoff. If this happens, Red Hot Chili Potters will be eliminated due to their worst point differential. If Aalice lose this game, then Red Hot Chili Potters will go through in their place and Aalice will be eliminated in 6th place. Daddy's Clackers have already guaranteed a semi-final match against the Wet Bandits. Winning this game places them in 2nd in the group stage, losing will put them in 3rd in the group stage overall. So not much for Daddy's Clackers to do here today. It doesn't really matter. It seems like a nothing game for Daddy's Clackers.
That's not true. They are very prideful. It's a matter of pride, and their love for the game and for the authenticity of our sportsmen.
Yeah, so let's hope that they put on a strong performance today. So let's look at the player profiles.
Aditya calls himself a spicy food fiend. Perhaps he will bring some spice to the table today to bring his team up for their first win. A comeback story, if you will.
And then looking at here at the player profiles of Daddy's Clackers, John being a father. So let's hope that he is the father of Lineball today and they can come away with the victory.
Is he the daddy of Daddy's Clackers? We'll find out.
Is he the daddy? Of course, we will see. Of course, knowing that he is the father, the daddy, if you will, of Maximum Impact's famous Max. So, jumping into the game here, the black ball positioned over to the left-hand side. Daddy's Clackers Aalice to serve in their first shot. Again, aiming down the middle of the table. We've seen that quite a lot in the group stages so far.
Aalice also have a bit of a knack of making quite fast, hard shots near the beginning of their games, perhaps from nerves, but it's a mistake that they seem to continually be making. Hopefully, they can work on that and pick up on that and not do that. Again, another very fast shot, but he did get one ball in to the scoring area.
We are seeing some quite rushed shots from both teams here. You know, Aalice certainly needs to calm the nerves here. This is an important game for them in order to go through into the 4th and 5th place playoff. So it is important that they do pick up some points here. But again, a very harsh shot, and I think this one is just about stayed in play. Nope, unfortunately it is gone.
Everyone seems to be not able to control their strength in this game.
Everyone's been going to the gym, practicing for the big game, making sure that their shots are powerful, but maybe they just need a softer touch in this game.
Yeah, maybe everyone just needs to take a breather. There's obviously a lot of tension going on for Aalice right now, but they need to calm down, get their head in the game.
Yeah, much better shot there from Aalice. Hitting it over to the right-hand side there. A lot of balls cluttered in the middle, so it makes it quite difficult for Daddy's Clackers to knock that ball away.
Daddy's Clackers, they're also making a great shot. Both teams seem to have suddenly realised that they need to get their balls into the scoring zone as opposed to just all over the table. And we're making some progress. Aalice taking a one-shot lead.
Yeah, it's nice to know that they finally realised that line ball is about getting their points into the scoring zone in the final group stage match.
Now Aalice taking their next shot, taken by Aditya. It seems like it's quite they're thinking about it quite a lot. Where do you think you'd be pointing your cue, Matt?
Yeah, I think they just need to maybe spread out those yellow balls or daddy's clackers there just to make sure they're not all bunched up. So if this does go to a tie break, they've got options to knock balls out of the zone.
For sure. I think they're all doing quite well and making sure that they're getting their balls into the scoring area. Um,
Yeah, fantastic shot there from Daddy's Clackers, knocking two balls in with that shot, putting the pressure on Aalice to maybe knock another one of their balls in. Otherwise, this might be point Daddy's Clackers.
yeah, that shot was definitely a game changer, but getting both of their balls in this shot is going to be a hard one. Personally, if it was me, I'd be looking to knock out one of the yellow balls as opposed to getting both of my red balls in. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I don't think they've realised this with the shot they're looking to take here. They are just focusing on getting their ball into the zone, not realising that Daddy's Clackers just has an easy tap in down the line here if they want to win the point.
Well, maybe there's only so much they can do. Maybe they're just hoping for Daddy's Clackers to mess up here.
Yeah, surely you've got to give it a go. You know, 5-5, the first game. First point must be pretty crucial going forward here, just for the confidence. And we are about to see Daddy's Clackers hit a very soft shot, unexpectedly. They thought the game was going to be over, but it is 5-5. So now we are on to the tiebreak.
Daddy's Clackers saying that was not interesting enough round. Let me make it spicy. Here we thought Aditya was the spice fiend, but perhaps it's John and Frankie.
Yeah, so let's hope now that maybe for Alice's sake they hit a fantastic shot here. Maybe take a bit of a risk to knock one of the yellow balls, hit it hard, not play for safety here, because I think Hanky and John might be out for blood. They're currently playing with their food.
Yeah. I think they're safely far enough away. All of the yellow balls are far enough away from that black ball and nicely placed in the middle, which probably works in Alice's favour. Alice
Yeah, we're
taking
just
a
seeing the
second serve.
second serve, let hasn't quite knocked anything out in this, but the Red Bulls are in a pretty safe spot, apart from maybe the two on the right hand side, but they're not the easiest to knock out here. Maybe at this angle we are seeing you're being lined up. John giving some advice to Anki there, maybe to make a difference. I suspect this is going to hit the red and bounce into the black. Or maybe not.
Hey, I'm Kieran, the creator of Rubbish Snooker, which makes art out of litter on an outdoor pool table. And I'm really proud to sponsor the Vanguard Invitational Line Ball Tournament, and check out rubbishsnooker.com.
No, they managed to knock out one of the opposition balls from the look of it, because that's who the point's been given to. So maybe a bit confusion there on what exactly happened there, because that was very fast paced, that shot. But from what we can see, Daddy's Clackers have taken the first point in the game. Aalice with a lot of work to do.
Alice lining up for their first shot again. Unfortunately, not hitting it quite hard enough to get into the scoring zone. Interestingly, the black ball is again placed on the far left, almost as if it hasn't even moved.
Yeah, we are seeing both teams currently opting to completely stay away from the black ball. John there with a very vicious shot, asserting his dominance, as the Daddy and Daddy's Clackers on the table by hitting a firm shot with his first ball.
And Alice getting a ball in by knocking another one, but unfortunately not quite able to get both in. Luckily, we have Anki Dams here, man of the people, knocking in
Man of
all
the
balls.
people,
Man of the people. He's a people's person.
what a hero, sportsman of the group stage thus far. Anki Dams doing the team a solid,
And
doing everyone a favour.
Aditya And Aditya not even batting an eyelid to not knock out one of Daddy's Clackers balls, giving them a
Who
point
cares about
advantage.
sportsmanship? Who cares about sportsmanship? That's what Aalice are just saying there. Anki Dams hitting a wonderful shot for both teams, but Aalice making sure that they are aware that they are here to win this game. This isn't a sportsmanship game for them. This is a must-win.
Very true. I was making a great shot there. Quite a forceful shot, but luckily barricaded by the other balls. And that was a close one by Anki for Daddy's Clackers. Almost kissing that black ball.
You know, Daddy's Clackers getting close to kissing balls is something I don't like to talk about too much. But Anki Dams showing that he is an expert at close proximity here, giving them a 4-3 lead on the table.
Aalice really seems to have come into a bit of a stride here, making some great shots. Maybe that one not so much, but so far in the game we've seen them play a lot stronger than they have in previous games.
Do you think that's just the pressure now of the final game in the group stage?
Daddy's Clackers determined to get as close to the black ball as possible without touching it. They're playing their own game. They're not even here for Aalice.
They're playing a bit of 2-on-1 over there on that left-hand side. Those balls very safe, but we have just seen Daddy's Clackers gain another point due to Aalice potting one of their own. And unfortunately now it is 2-0 Daddy's Clackers, and this might be the coming of the end to Aalice's tournament.
It's a lot of pressure in this fight in this next match. This could be Aalice's last game in the tournament, unless they pull something out of the bag.
We're just seeing the Red Bulls being arranged here, making sure that there's the correct amount of numbers for both teams on the table, as we were one short there.
Always remember to get your ruler out and measure that the balls are in the exactly perfect position, as you don't want to be cheating.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think their lining up of the balls were a bit rubbish, which brings us on to our sponsor, Rubbish Snooker. Thank you very much for the sponsoring of the tournament, the first Vanguard Invitational.
Yes, as you've seen from previous videos, they'll be getting the winner will get a prize of the artwork made by Rubbish Snooker. As you can see here, Daddy's Clackers have 2 balls in the scoring zone. They've made very calm shots, very good shots, making sure that they're using the right amount of effort. I think Aalice picks up on that, slowly bringing in a ball into that scoring area.
Yeah, Aalice certainly do realise that this game is now or never, so they need to make sure that their shots are going in, being a little bit more aggressive maybe, being more assertive on the table to make sure that, one, they're staying away from the black ball if they're not confident to go near it, and 2, they're being a little bit more aggressive with the yellow balls in the scoring zone.
Shana trying to make another shot, second serve there with her red ball, but unfortunately it has been denied. VAR has claimed that to be a shot in itself.
Yeah, Daddy's Clackers, not forgetting about the unsportsman knockout of one of Daddy's Clackers' balls after Anki Down's sportsmanship, so they are not letting that one slide.
But I'm not sure. Aalice's correct tactic would be to be aggressive. I think it's too late for that. I think they should just be trying to get their balls in the zone. There's not much, and cross their fingers and hope that Daddy's Clackers make a mistake. I don't think there's much more that they can do at this point. It's too risky to be making aggressive shots now.
Yeah, Daddy's Clackers is playing this very sensibly as well. You know, making sure they're completely avoiding the black ball entirely. That's a fantastic shot there from Aalice to knock out one of Daddy's Clackers' balls, making the game 2-1 currently in the scoring zone. But a nice quick return. We're seeing that yellow ball back in, but that yellow ball in a bit of a difficult position.
Definitely. I would say balls are quite exposed right now. No one's really planning for the future, making sure that their balls are um safely hidden in from being knocked out. But perhaps it's something that they'll focus on as the game gets closer and closer to the end. That was a brilliant
It was,
shot by Aalice just now, knocking two more balls in. And then an equally great one made by John for Daddy's Clackers.
yeah, and Daddy's Clackers do have a bit to do in this round in order to steal a 3-0 win. Aalice here playing quite strongly. They just need to focus on making sure their red balls are getting into the zone, and they should be okay.
Mm. Alice making a bit too slow a shot there, just about missing the scoring zone, but it's all right. It's quite close to the line where they could probably knock it in their next go if they need to.
Yeah, Daddy's
Daddy's
Clackers.
Clackers. Daddy's Clackers
Daddy's
lining up
Clackers
for
doing
their
their maths.
time.
Doing their maths. Apologies for speaking over you there, Simran. Our timing is just impeccable.
Mm. Engineer John giving his scientific input. Unfortunately, his usefulness as an engineer did not help in this situation, and Alice make a point, perhaps swaying the game back into their favour.
Hey, my name's Kieran Paul and I'm the creator of Rubbish Snooker, which is the proud sponsor of the Vanguard Invitational Line Ball Tournament, of which the winners win a piece of Rubbish Snooker art.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but we are seeing Aalice get their point onto the board. So now the score being 2-1. Is this going to be the greatest comeback in line ball history?
Alice making a shot to the left there, a great shot with perfect amount of control, making sure that the ball stays in the scoring zone and is but it is very relatively open for attack,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Unlike that yellow ball, which is considerably closer to the black ball, making it a bit safer.
Yeah, the black ball being in the middle here, right at the front of the scoring zone, might prove to be a problem for both teams here. Especially they have to be very careful if they're bouncing it off the side cushions and then the back to get their balls in. Just to be sure they're not too aggressive, because a couple of bounces might lead to the end of this point. And maybe
Yeah,
the end of this game.
quite a savage position in my eyes, but it does give them the opportunity to stick closer to the pockets, like Alice is doing now with another great shot taken by Shauna. Really close to the pocket, making it hard to knock out. I see Alice really taking charge of this point, fueled by their last win.
Yeah, sorry. They're really using their momentum here. Some fantastic shots here. Far too aggressive there from Daddy's Clackers. And that is out of play. Daddy's Clackers 3-2 down, but also a ball down in comparison to Aalice.
Yeah, they're getting rattled now. They're like, we're second in the table. This should be easy, but Alice are not making it easy for them at all.
That just goes to show when you got something to play for, other than pride, Aalice need this win. You're seeing the performances come out.
Yeah, definitely. Some people just work much better under pressure. Some people work worse under pressure.
Oh, close shave there once again from Daddy's Clackers. You know what they say though, pressure does make diamonds. Another one of Max's tattoos.
Alice taking their next shot. Another great controlled shot, really closing in on that right corner, lining up all their balls. I would say that's probably a more exposed one, but if they're aiming, I feel like they're probably aiming to win not by tie break. So they're in a really strong position in this round.
Yeah, Daddy's Clackers certainly need to become a little bit more aggressive if they are to win this point here. There's two exposed balls on the left hand side. Maybe they can start to focus on those, get those out whilst getting their balls in. which we are seeing there from John. Fantastic shot there, knocking the red out, making it very difficult for that ball to go back into the zone. If you're Aalice, what do you do in this position?
Aalice still have a lead by 1 point, so I think it's best to just keep their balls in the scoring zone. It's too dangerous to be trying to knock out any of those yellow balls. They're way too close to the black. But it depends how risky and spicy they're feeling.
I think they just need to make sure that their balls are getting into the area, you're all clustered together. Very, very risky shot there. Clipping the yellow ball, but also riding between the black and yellow ball in the scoring zone to score a point.
It's gorgeous. Shauna threaded the needle there, threaded it
Fantastic.
successfully.
Threading the needle perfectly past the black ball, especially in such a tight knitted point itself.
And keep taking the next shot for Daddy's Clackers with a really tame shot, just trying to get a ball into the scoring area, not really making an advance to knock out another one of Aalice's balls. Maybe there's none that he fancies that are exposed enough.
Yeah, we are seeing Aalice hitting their final ball as well here. Making sure they score points is very important here, but Daddy's Clackers also need to be aware that they also need to be scoring points too. So, big point here.
Daddy's Clackers here, in order to win the point, need to knock out one of the red balls as well as getting their ball in, or they need to knock in both of their yellow balls. Let's see what John has in store for us.
A very difficult shot here. Needs a lot of care. A very delicate shot needed. But we have seen the black ball get hit, and that is 2-2. The comeback is well and truly on. We are now tied going into the fifth and final game of the group stage. Aalice needing the win. Very, very important.
This is really a great comeback story that we're seeing here. I'm really seeing Aalice come into their own and rising to the challenge, taking on what they've learned from the day and growing as a team. I'm seeing
the Red Hot Chili Potters.
I'm seeing
Red Hot Chili Potters are holding their breath right now as well. Apologies again for talking over.
No, a brilliant point you've made. Red Hot Chili Potters must be dying.
Holding their breath at this point, because Aalice seemingly out of the game at 2-0 down, and all of a sudden it's 2-2. Daddy's Clackers apart from the side. We are in a very tense situation, not just for Aalice, but for the Red Hot Chili Potters too.
Aalice taking their next shot and nicely knocking in a ball, but unfortunately knocking one out of the scoring zone.
Yeah.
And Daddy's Clackers making an unnecessarily aggressive shot there. They clearly haven't learned enough about complacency yet.
Yeah, I think they're quite comfortable in this game, especially in this moment. The pressure's kind of off them. All the pressure now is on Aalice. But, will that carry over going into their next game in the semi-finals with being 2-0 up and losing 3-2, if it is to happen? So the score being 4-3 at the moment here. Aalice holding the lead in the final game. A lot of pressure here on Daddy's Clackers to get their balls into the zone.
Aalice just making decisions there, the best shot to take, what's the best strategy? Where do you think you'd be hitting, Matt?
I think they just need to continue hitting it over to that right-hand side. Don't take any unnecessary risk with any of their shots here. Just to make sure that they are safe with every shot they hit. And the same for Daddy's Clackers. I think they just need to opt to hit away from the black ball entirely. And Aalice have won. What a moment here for Aalice. A fantastic comeback. Seriously crazy comeback here from 2 points down to win 3-2 in the final group stage match to go through into the 4th and 5th place playoff. Simran, your thoughts?
A brilliant game, a great story. Unfortunately, not a great day for Red Hot Chili Peppers, who will unfortunately be knocked out of the group stages now, as they are in 6th place.
Yeah, unfortunately, them losing to Lineade in their final game put them in the hands of Aalice. But unfortunately, they did not take the opportunity to win their final game. But Aalice did against Daddy's Clackers here. A fantastic turnaround to win 3-2 after being 2-0 down. So let's just look at the table here to summarise our group stage. Maximum Impact winning the group stage, with 4 wins out of 5. In second place, the Wet Bandits, after Daddy's Clackers' loss in this game here, putting them into 3rd place. And then for our 4th and 5th place player, we are going to see Lineade facing Aalice in a match to face Maximum Impact in the semi-finals, with unfortunately Red Hot Chili Peppers exiting in the group stage.
Yeah, so the next game we'll be watching will be Lineade versus Aalice, fighting to stay in the game in our knockout stages. The next team will then that team will then progress and play with Maximum Impact. So it should be a really exciting next stage of the tournament. So please do tune in every Tuesday and Thursday for a new video. Matt, how do you feel?
Once again, we are now going into the knockout stages. Very exciting here. What a fantastic game to end the group stage on. The drama, the comeback, the greatest comeback we've seen in line ball history, I'd have to argue, with the pressure being on. So it's just fantastic to watch. At Cousins Pool and Snooker Bar in Canterbury, allowing the group stages to be filmed and played there. So massive thank you to them. And a big thank you to Rubbish Snooker. Simran, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I love going out on a bang. That's all I'll say.
Simran likes going out on a bang. You heard it here first. Once again, thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, indulge yourself in the content. Plenty more games to come in the knockout stages. So stay tuned for them every Tuesday and Thursday. I've been Matt.
I've been Simran.
Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hi everybody, my name is Max Barrett and I'm the creator of Lion Ball Pool. I just wanted to hop in at the end of the video to say thank you so much for tuning in to the episodes of the tournament. We really appreciate you watching and supporting, so make sure if you enjoy these episodes, subscribe to the channel. At the moment we are uploading every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 PM UK time, so your subscription, it goes a long way. And the other thing I'd like to ask you to do is play line ball. Go and play it in your local pool bar, snooker lounge, wherever you have access to, because we've had a lot of the players who are playing in this tournament be approached by other people in the pool bar, asking them what they're playing, having some rounds of line ball, teaching each other the rules and trying out new tactics. So by playing line ball and just going out there and enjoying it, you are helping to spread the brilliant work we're doing here on the channel and introducing a brand new game and bringing people together. So that means everything. And the other thing I'd love to do, and this is a bit of a reach, I would love to play line ball pool against Keanu Reeves. Now, can we make it happen? He is one of my favourite actors of all time. He is an inspiration, and if I could play against him in a game of line ball, then I've won. So let's see if we can do it. Subscribe, comment, like, and let's see. I'll see you in the next video.